Hi, and welcome to this week's Stalking the Wild Autoharp, where I am going to teach newbies how to find the first note. This is something that my students that I teach say to me all the time. I can't find that first note. And they're either talking about finding it for their voice so that they can sing it, or finding it so that they can play the melody on the Autoharp. And I'm going to show you a few of my favorite methods for finding that first note. And some of these methods are dependent on having the melody chords for the song all written down. Some are not. So it depends on whether you have them or not as to what you might want to use. But to start off, let's say you don't have the melody chords. You just have the rhythm chords, okay? Now, real quick, what that means is the rhythm chords are the big chords that are written above the lyrics or above the staff that tell you when to change the chords of the song. For example, This Land Is Your Land by the great Woody Guthrie. The rhythm chords go. Notice that I'm not playing the melody. Those are the rhythm chords. They change 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. They change every 4 beats. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the melody chords go faster. You use the same buttons, but you have to change them off, okay? Okay, but let's say you don't have those yet, and you're looking for that first note so that you can sing the song. You're going to do the melody with your voice, and the harmony is going to be taken up by the harp, okay? So you have the rhythm chords written out, and they go... So how do you find that first note? The first way to do it, this is what I call the whisper method, okay? Or the secret method. What this is you play those rhythm chords and you listen in your imagination for that melody floating over the top, whispering over the top, okay? So just listen while I play and listen for it in your head. Can you hear it? Then you just have to match it. La, 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 la. So your first note is la, 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 la. That's the whisper method, okay? Now, that might not work for you. Okay, but it might, okay? And if you don't have the melody chords written out already, the best way to find it is using the imagination method or the whisper method, okay? Now, if you do have the melody chords, how do you find that first note on your Autoharp? Because every chord has 3 notes in it. If I play a chord, it's got 3 notes in it. How do I know which one is the beginning, okay? Well, this is what I like to do. The way the Autoharp was originally invented to be played on melody is you slide up with your thumb until you hit the melody note, okay? So you slide up, and when you hit that melody note, you stop. So start with the whisper so that you can hear it. And then you apply your rhythm chords that you may have already written out. And by the way, we're going to get to what happens if you don't. How do I find those? We're going to get to that in just a couple of videos. So stay tuned, okay? But let's say you have them written out, but you're looking for that first note amongst the 3. So slide up. And if you go past it, don't worry. Just slide up through the middle section of your harp and finger out the melody changes. You hear the melody, then you just zoom down and focus in on it. You just get a smaller swipe. You start out with a big swipe and you get smaller and smaller. It's like zooming in. Okay? So you start big and zoom in. And then you start, once you found it, when you get to it, hit it with your finger too. What this does is it trains your finger about how far apart those melody notes are. Okay? Okay, that's another method. The third one is what I call cluster plucking. Okay? And what you do is you use your fingers like a brush. Okay? And you're just going to kind of brush a big area. And again, you're using the melody chords. If you don't have the melody chords, we'll tell you how to get them in just a few videos. So there you can hear it. And then you zoom in on it. Once you've got it, it's kind of hard to lose it, isn't it? Okay, so there are 3 ways of finding the melody note, okay? You do the whisper thing, so you can sing it. La, la, la. And once you hear it, you can sing with it. Of course, you have to be able to hear it in your imagination. That can take some practice and some patience. So be patient with yourself. All right? The second method is sliding up to your note with your thumb. Okay? And then make your slide shorter. And it can take a few weeks to get your slides nice and short like that. Be patient with yourself. Third way, cluster pluck. So there you have it. 3 ways of finding your first note, whether you're singing it or whether you're playing it on your harp. Okay? So this Stalking the Wild Autoharp series is for you beginners or anybody who wants to learn the Autoharp. Maybe you feel like you need a little bit of closer attention on this. I'd be glad to help you. I teach lessons via Skype. All you have to do is contact me through my website, halweeks.com, and I will work out some lessons with you over the internet. You don't even have to leave your home. I don't leave my home, so that keeps the costs down, and it's a very effective way of getting some one-on-one tutoring on your Autoharp progress. Okay? So thanks for watching Stalking the Wild Autoharp. I'm going to be back next week and the week after with some hints for you about finding melody chords and figuring them out on your own. Okay? So until then, I'm Hal Weeks. Thanks for Stalking the Wild Autoharp. Bye-bye.